So guys, in this video we're going to watch Burkina Faso President Ibrahim went to his former university where he got his geologic degree in, and he's promising the students, and this is what a president should do. He should go in person, do not send a vice president or emissary. Go in person, talk to the students, talk to the younger generation, because they are the way of the future. And he promises to upgrade the school in the sense of getting them better labs, better equipments, faster internet. And he's also promising the schools, the university students, the opportunity to travel to other countries to expand their knowledge and then return to Burkina Faso to apply it in the country to help the country to grow exponentially. So listen to this speech. I'm telling you, it's a very good speech. Listen to it in its entirety, and then let me know what you think about it in the comment section.
We will find the means so that people can integrate into student society and be able to resume their studies. The challenge is enormous, I recognize. Someone once asked me the question, what courage do you have to take the responsibility to manage such a country? I said it is my homeland. No courage is needed to serve my country. As for the question of infrastructures for the school, the laboratories, the library, and the issue of the internet, I believe it will be resolved soon. Fortunately, the minister is here. She, of course, I think that for the University of Ouagadougou, optical fiber internet will be good for the students. They are already working on it. In any case, I think that the connections and other processes will be completed so that you can have a good internet connection in the school soon. Also, I recently discussed with a number of ministers concerning our new cooperation that we want with other countries. We are already in talks with different countries so that students can go abroad and improve in certain technologies and come back and apply what they learn. Also, we want to acquire laboratory equipment because even when I was here as a student, I did geology and I know what the laboratory is, so I know that in all the fields you need it. In our future partnerships, we will put emphasis on that so that we can gradually re-equip our universities and our schools. That way students can get the best training and education.
Dans nos partenariats futurs, donc, on met l'accent sur ça pour qu'on puisse un peu rééquiper nos universités, nos écoles, pour que les étudiants puissent vraiment... C'est à travers ça que vous pouvez vraiment chercher et développer quelque chose de nouveau.
How to adapt our education is also a very good question. I was answering the question with the elder, the new Minister of Youth, who was appointed recently. Together with the comrades of higher education and basic education, there will be a reform of the educational system. Responding to a question about his transition plans to return the country back to civilian rule, here's what Ibrahim Traoré had to say.
La réduction du nombre de partis politiques. Je pense qu'il y a une réforme globale.
Regarding transition and plans to hold elections, there is a need to reduce the number of political parties. I believe that there is a wide reform underway. If we don't do it now, it may never be done. Well, I think you are the decision makers, you are the young people, the decision makers, and we are going to reform, so I think that this must also challenge everyone. We want a country where people can unite and be able to develop Burkina. I don't think that there are different voices. There are many agendas that surely intersect. We have to manage to unite to make a single powerful agenda for the country.
Avoir donc des partis, vraiment un nombre réduit de partis. Ou à défaut, nous allons élaborer des textes avec leur concours pour permettre de réduire donc ce nombre croissant de partis politiques.
Leaders from every part of the country must manage to unite and create something big, have a very clear ideology, and therefore be able to make a change. We have reforms in progress for this which will be launched, which will convene a framework of consultations. A look at the faithful leaders. We have many faithful. They are faithful, so do not worry about it.
Qui seront lancés, il y a le Premier ministère qui va convoquer un cadre de concertation pour ces réformes-là. Je regarde sur mes fidèles compagnons. Vous avez bien dit fidèles. Ils sont fidèles. Donc ne vous en faites pas. Entre moi et mes compagnons, c'est que la guerre n'est pas que mauvaise. La guerre est très bien.
For
Ça
me
permet
and my
d'unir
fighters, the
le
war is not
combattant.
only bad, the
Donc,
war is
à
also
travers la
good.
guerre, on a vécu
It
beaucoup
allows us to
d'épreuves du feu
unite the
ensemble.
fighters.
On a vécu la mort
Through the war,
ensemble
we
plusieurs
have
fois.
experienced
Ça
many
unit
trials of
beaucoup
fire
plus que tout.
together. We have
Donc, c'est ça le
experienced
plus
death
important.
together several
Donc,
times.
soyez
It
sûrs
unites much more than
que
anything.
on a
Just
côtoyé
to be
une fois la
sure that
mort
we have been
ensemble.
around
Ça,
death
c'est le
once
lien le
together,
plus fort qui
that is
puisse
the
exister.
strongest bond that can exist.
Faire trahir, c'est l'argent. Et c'est ce volet
What can easily lead to
auquel il
betrayal
faut
is
faire
money,
très
and it is
attention.
stealing from oneself.
J'ai une prière souvent
One
que
must
j'aime
be
faire
very careful.
et que je continue de faire
I have a
surtout
prayer
dans ma
often
position
that I like
actuelle.
to say, and that I
Parce que
continue
je
to
ne
do
comprends pas
above all
souvent
from my
certaines
current
personnes qui
position
n'arrivent pas à
because
aider
I
d'autres.
often don't understand some people
J'aime
who
prier,
can't help
j'aime dire
others.
que si Dieu doit me
I
donner
like to
1
pray.
milliard,
I like to say that if God
Tout le
has to
monde
give
veut
me a
l'argent.
billion,
Tout le monde veut
yes,
la
everyone
fortune.
wants money.
Voilà
Everyone
pourquoi on
wants
cherche à
fortune.
travailler.
That's why we seek to
mais si
work.
Dieu doit me donner 1
But
milliard
if
de
God
francs
has to
et
give
que
me
je
a
ne peux
billion
pas donner
francs and I
50 millions
cannot
à
give
un
50
jeune pour
million to a
s'aider,
young
pour
person
l'aider
to help
à
him, I pray to
faire quelque
God
chose
that He
sans
does not
sortir,
give me that
je prie
billion.
Dieu qu'il ne me donne pas ce milliard-là. Et j'ajouterai que mes préoccupations majeures, c'est que la jeunesse
I will add that my major concern is that the youth remain on standby because the fight for sovereignty, it's a long-term fight.
combat pour la souveraineté.
It's a fight which requires enough
C'est
resistance.
un combat de longue haleine.
You already see a lot of things. There are terms that I no longer want to say because I was told not to say because I offend some people.
Assez de résistance.
You know who they are.
Vous voyez déjà beaucoup de choses. Il y a des termes que je ne veux plus dire parce que
I no longer want to offend anyone, but this fight for sovereignty needs us to be committed because that's all we want.
parce que je ne souhaite même
To
pas
be
vexer
sovereign
quelqu'un.
brings me back to a question which perhaps we cannot answer directly, but perhaps in the time to come you will see some information while therefore reviewing in particular our relations with certain countries.
Pour être souverain. Ça me ramène donc à une question à laquelle peut-être on ne peut pas répondre
I
directement.
say it here because we need to put some laws in place. I think that we have already committed to doing this to make some laws for our sovereignty. The last question relating to a particular country, we want to be sovereign. Our sovereignty, we are going to take it, therefore we have initiated all the processes necessary for this, and it is done gently. I do not wish that there is violence. As I do say, the youth who are here currently must get rid of violence. I want you all to be in good health so that we can build, and those who will not understand that, we will find the ways and means to prevent them from disturbing you. Be focused on our objective, and let's move towards our development, towards the sovereignty of our homeland. That's the most important.
La dernière fois à la visite